Someone very close to you has been keeping a devastating secret that will change everything you thought you knew about your relationship. You've been sensing something isn't right lately. That nagging feeling in your gut, the sleepless nights, the way certain conversations suddenly stop when you walk into the room. Your intuition has been screaming warnings that something is seriously wrong, but you've been trying to push those thoughts away. The person you trust most in this world has been lying straight to your face every single day. Those strange behaviors, late nights, mysterious phone calls, and weak excuses that never quite add up, they suddenly make perfect sense once you know the truth. This isn't just about simple cheating or a moment of weakness. This is about a calculated betrayal that involves someone else you know personally. Someone from your own inner circle who has been pretending to care about you while secretly plotting behind your back. The universe is finally ready to reveal what has been hidden from your awareness for far too long. The signs have been there all along, but now you're ready to see the shocking truth about what's really been happening when you're not around. Prepare yourself, because this revelation will hit harder than you ever imagined. This isn't just any affair. They've been sleeping with someone you know personally, someone who sits at your dinner table, someone who hugs you and asks about your day while hiding this terrible secret. This could be your best friend who you confide in about your relationship problems. It might be a family member you trust completely. It could be a colleague you work with every day, or even a neighbor you consider part of your extended family. The betrayal runs so much deeper than simple infidelity, because both of these people have been actively deceiving you while maintaining their fake relationships with you. They've been laughing at you behind your back, sharing intimate jokes about how easy it is to fool you. They've been meeting in places you frequent, using your own trust and predictable routines against you. Your home, your workplace, your favorite coffee shop. These familiar spaces have become their secret meeting places. They've created an elaborate system of secret messages, coded conversations, and carefully planned lies to cover their tracks. The most devastating part is that your entire social circle may already know what's happening. People have been giving you pitying looks, having hushed conversations that stop when you approach, and treating you differently because they know something you don't. This betrayal doesn't just threaten your relationship. It's about to shatter your entire support system and social world. Now you need to understand the specific signs that have been right in front of you this entire time. Their phone habits have completely changed. New passwords you don't know, notifications turned off, taking calls in private, and that tail sign of quickly closing apps when you walk by. They've become secretive about social media, changing privacy settings, and being careful about what photos they're tagged in. Pay attention to their unexplained absences, with excuses that don't hold up under basic questioning. Working late when you know their office closes early. Out with friends, but they can't remember specific details about where they went or what they did. Running errands that take 3 times longer than they should. Watch how your mutual friend, family member, or colleague acts around you now. They avoid eye contact, seem nervous in your presence, and their behavior toward you has noticeably changed. When all 3 of you are together, notice the guilty looks they exchange, the inside jokes you're suddenly not part of, and those subtle touches they think you don't see. Your person has started defending this other individual excessively, bringing them up in conversations for no reason, and getting unusually angry if you express any criticism about them. The intimacy in your own relationship has changed dramatically. They're either overly affectionate to hide their guilt, or completely distant because they're getting their needs met elsewhere. Most importantly, trust that gut feeling telling. Something is very wrong between these two specific people. The shocking truth about who they're really sleeping with will hit you like a punch to the stomach. This isn't some stranger they met online or a random person from a bar. This is someone who knows your deepest secrets. Someone who has been in your home countless times. Someone who has looked you in the eye and asked how your relationship is going while knowing they're actively destroying it. If it's your best friend, they've been using every piece of information you've shared about your relationship problems as ammunition to seduce your partner. They know exactly what you're not giving them, what your partner complains about, and how to position themselves as the perfect alternative. They've been playing the role of supportive friend while systematically undermining your relationship. If it's a family member, the betrayal cuts even deeper because family is supposed to be sacred. They've been sitting at holiday dinners, attending family gatherings, and maintaining normal relationships with everyone while carrying this massive secret. They've watched you stress about your relationship and never said a word. This has been going on much longer than you think, possibly months or even years. They've perfected the art of secret communication, using work meetings, family gatherings, and social events as cover for their affair. They've been intimate in your own bed when you're not home, in their car parked around the corner from your house, and in hotel rooms paid for with money that should have been spent on your shared life. The specific reason this person was chosen makes the betrayal even more calculated. They knew exactly how to hurt you in the deepest way possible. Both of these people have become masters at psychological manipulation, using advanced gaslighting techniques to make you doubt your own perceptions. When you've brought up your concerns or suspicions, they've made you feel crazy, paranoid, and insecure. They've turned your natural intuition into something shameful, convincing you that your gut feelings are just jealousy or imagination. They've been using your own insecurities as weapons against you. If you've ever felt bad about your appearance, your career, or your personality, they've subtly reinforced these insecurities to keep you feeling unworthy of better treatment. They want you to believe you're lucky to have them, so you won't question their behavior too closely. The psychological games have been carefully planned. They create fake emergencies and distractions whenever you get too close to discovering the truth. They start fights about completely unrelated topics to throw you off their trail. They bomb you with excessive affection right after spending time with their secret lover, trying to ease their own guilt while confusing your emotions. They've been studying your patterns and routines to avoid getting caught, learning when you'll be out of the house, when you check their phone, and when you're most likely to ask questions. This isn't accidental behavior. It's a calculated campaign to keep you in the dark while they live their double life. Your mental health has been suffering because you're living with constant cognitive dissonance, sensing something is wrong but being told you're imagining things. Before you confront anyone or make accusations, you need to protect yourself by gathering solid evidence of what's really happening. Start by documenting patterns in their behavior, when they leave, when they return, and the stories they tell about where they've been. Keep a private journal with dates, times, and specific details about suspicious incidents. Look for digital evidence without breaking any laws or violating anyone's privacy in illegal ways. Check shared phone bills for unusual numbers. Notice changes in data usage patterns, and pay attention to apps they're suddenly using frequently. Social media can reveal a lot through tagged locations, photo timestamps, and mutual connections. Physical evidence might include unexplained receipts, changes in their appearance or grooming habits, new clothes or accessories, and unfamiliar scents on their clothing. Notice if they're suddenly working out more, changing their style, or taking more interest in their appearance. Create a support network outside of your compromised social circle. Reach out to family members or friends who aren't connected to both parties, or consider speaking with a counselor who can provide objective guidance. You need people in your corner who aren't involved in this situation. Protect yourself financially by understanding your shared accounts, assets, and debts. Make copies of important documents and ensure you have access to your own resources. If you're married or have shared legal obligations, research your rights and options before taking any major actions. When you're ready to confront this betrayal, timing and strategy matter more than you realize. Don't approach them when you're emotionally overwhelmed or when they can easily escape the conversation. Choose a private location where you feel safe and comfortable, and ensure you have enough time for a full discussion without interruptions. Decide whether to confront your partner and the other person separately or together. Separate conversations often reveal inconsistencies in their stories, while joint confrontations can prevent them from coordinating their lies. Present your evidence calmly and clearly, starting with the strongest proof you have. Prepare yourself for their predictable responses. They'll probably deny everything initially, then minimize the situation if denial doesn't work. Expect them to turn the blame back on you, claiming you drove them to this behavior through your jealousy, neglect, or other perceived failures. They might try gaslighting you even during the confrontation, insisting that you're misunderstanding innocent interactions. Watch for crocodile tears and fake remorse designed to manipulate your emotions. Real remorse involves taking full responsibility without making excuses or blaming you for their choices. If they immediately start talking about how sorry they are without acknowledging the specific harm they've caused, they're still trying to manage the situation rather than genuinely apologizing. Be prepared for them to make you the villain in this situation, spreading stories about your suspicious behavior or claiming you've been abusive or controlling. They might try to rally mutual friends to their side by painting themselves as victims of your paranoia. Set clear boundaries about what happens next before ending the confrontation. Know what you need from them and what consequences they'll face for their actions. Processing this double betrayal will be one of the most difficult emotional challenges you'll ever face. You're not just losing your romantic partner. You're losing trust in your judgment, your social circle, and your sense of reality. This is betrayal trauma, and it requires specific healing approaches that acknowledge the unique pain of being deceived by multiple people you loved and trusted. Start by understanding that your emotional reactions are completely normal. The shock, anger, sadness, and confusion you're feeling are natural responses to having your world turned upside down. Don't rush yourself through the healing process or let anyone tell you to get over it quickly. Rebuilding your social circle will take time and careful consideration. Some mutual friends may have known about the affair and said nothing, making them complicit in the deception. Others might genuinely be shocked and supportive. You'll need to evaluate each relationship individually and decide who deserves to remain in your life. Consider professional counseling, specializing in betrayal trauma and infidelity. These specialized therapists understand the unique psychological damage caused by intimate betrayal and can provide specific tools for healing. Support groups for people who've experienced similar betrayals can also provide understanding and practical advice. Protect your reputation by controlling the narrative. Tell your story truthfully to people who matter, but don't engage in social media drama or public confrontations that can be used against you later. Take the high road while still standing up for yourself. Remember that discovering this painful truth, though devastating now, is ultimately a gift that frees you from living a lie and opens the door to authentic relationships built on real trust and respect. The signs are all there, and your intuition is screaming at you for a reason. The longer you ignore these red flags and avoid facing this difficult truth, the more damage will be done to your emotional well-being and your life. Every day you wait is another day these people continue laughing at you behind your back while you live in a fantasy version of your relationships. You deserve so much better than living with liars and cheaters who view your trust as something to exploit for their own selfish pleasures. Your future happiness depends on finding the courage to address this situation now, even though it's scary and painful. The truth will set you free, but first it's going to hurt. That pain is temporary, but living with deception and betrayal will slowly destroy your soul. Take action today to protect yourself and start building the authentic, honest life you deserve. You have the strength to face this, and better days are waiting on the other side of this difficult truth.